Greetings, personal governors. Welcome to my channel. This is Personal Gov, and I'm JP Watkins. And today we're going to address the comparison crisis. Ooh-wee. Yeah, let me repeat that. The comparison crisis. Now, I've talked about this topic before, saying beware of the comparison trap. But you know what? After heavy observation, I see that it's beyond a trap. It's a crisis. So many people are becoming deeply disturbed with their own lives because they compare it to somebody else's. I was talking to my sister the other day, and I said, look, this is a situation I'm telling you. Now, say, for instance, you got a young RN. She's working, she's happy, she's recent grad, just got out of school. And she's excited because she's been struggling, working as a waitress, not making minimum wage. Sometimes she gets some decent tips, often she didn't. Work with a bunch of old pervs that ain't giving no tips. Just a bunch of lip, and it's a bunch of lip that she don't want to hear. Now she done finally put herself through this RN program. She come out, she making $32 an hour, more money than she ever made. She's happy. She was able to get some scholarships, so she minimized her student loan debt. She's content. She's happy. $32. Hey, the Lord, God got me. I'm blessed. Ain't God good? Yeah, that part, right? Excited. Now, she runs into somebody else. They talking and they just having a conversation, another new worker. She don't even know all the details about the background. But she knows they both recently graduated. The other young lady graduated from a different school. They get to talking and she's like, girl, I'm making $32 an hour. I'm so blessed. I am so happy, this and that. Then the other girl's like, for real? You making $32 an hour? Oh, I wonder why they pay you that. Then she's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, they started me in at 37. Ooh. Now what just happened? What just happened? Now all of a sudden, a person who felt like they were super blessed, making more than they've ever made in their entire life, their situation going good. They happy. They feel fortunate. Now all of a sudden they feel slighted. Now all of a sudden, that topic, she even treats the girl differently. Now she coming there, she ain't talking to the girl because the girl make $5 more an hour than she is. Right? And now all of a sudden, she's stressed about the job. They ain't paying me what I'm worth anyway. Why? Because you compared your pay to somebody else's pay without knowing the full story. So you say, hey, well, look, she just graduated, I just graduated. Why ain't I making $37 an hour? And a lot of times we can make this a broader issue. We can make this about, her. It could be about nepotism. It could be about discrimination. I'm not saying that don't exist. It can. But this particular situation is we going apples for apples. Girl roughly the same age. Now the difference is this one girl, she got her RN degree. She got a 2-year RN degree. The other young lady has a 4-year RN degree. Plus she's still taking online classes so that she can get a master's in RN. Plus, she also has a lot more experience. She got 5 years of experience because she volunteered while she was in high school. Plus, she worked in after-school programs, where the one girl was working, remember I said, as a waitress. She was working in a restaurant. The other lady was working in healthcare. The other lady has more education and more experience. So yes, she makes $5 more an hour. So a lot of times, rather than becoming artificially upset, let's look at your own situation. Hey, if I compare my situation to Steve Harvey's situation, to Dr. Dre's situation, just on the surface, hey, he's this old and he making this much money. I'm the same age he is. Why ain't I making 8 figures, 9 figures a year? Because you're not Dr. Dre. Because you're not Steve Harvey. Because you're not Oprah Winfrey. The list goes on. Or some CEO. you know, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, whatever the case. Once again, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Yes, there are times that injustices happen. Yes, there are times that people are discriminating. Yes, there are times that people are doing things and setting legislation that lock people out. Please believe that I know this. As a former felon and an African American, please know that I understand that this is a very real thing. Because I know a lot of people like to jump and say, well, what he trying to say? He's trying to say that all you got to do is just show up. No, what I'm saying is it's a comparison crisis, because if you were happy just 3 seconds before you found out this, now that you know more, maybe you expect more. But are you willing to do more? Let's look at NWA, for instance. When Cube was like, hey, no, this money funny. No. Look, everybody else was happy. They was like, hey, look, this is more money we ever had. Then all of a sudden, once they got to see it, once they got to learn more, yeah, they expect more, because they were being ripped off. So I'm not saying be happy with being ripped off, or being happy with, my thing is, were they really being ripped off? Hey, look, they had a contract. That's the thing too. Hey, look, when you sat there, when they say, hey, how does 32 hours an hour? You had an opportunity to say, you know what? I think I'm worth more than that. But a lot of times when you signed up with that contract, when you signed on board, boom, you accepted that. You was good with that. And now that you know different, okay, that's fine. So what I'm saying is, now I'm using just that one little case, but we can use many. Let's go the same thing. Let's take a holiday. Let's take Valentine's Day, for instance. You was happy when he bought you your little box of chocolate. But now, some chick done posted, hey, he done bought, 24 roses, and he done bought this and did this. He done got her a diamond ring, and now that little box of chocolate don't mean nothing. So now you like, I got this sorry dude. He gonna buy me this little box of chocolate. He done bought her rings and 24 roses. But y'all not looking at the whole picture. See, what you don't see is, you don't see the fact that he trying to make up because he done slept with her sister, and he got 2 babies by 2 different chicks on the way. So what, he buying her more stuff? He's not treating her like nothing. He's treating her like an object. He's unfaithful. He's running around. He done gave her STDs. Look at the whole picture. We look at a piece of the picture, and now we dissatisfied because of this comparison crisis. So a lot of times we got to look at the situation. So you have to use your brain. You got to be willing to think. Say, okay, look, I'm making $32 an hour. She making 37. Hey, that's all right. Now that you know what you know, start doing some research. Start digging. Maybe find out, talk to other people. Now you talk to 10 other people, you realize, oh, well, we all making that. All the RNs are making that except her. What is she doing differently? And guess what? Now that you done did your research, now you done went the extra mile. He said, oh, you in this program. Oh, I didn't realize you had 6 years of experience in healthcare. Okay. A lot of times we want to be basically ruled by our emotions. If you don't control your emotions will have you out of control. And often we make emotional decisions that have long-term impact. So now you get mad. Now you get discontent and you quit. You walk off the job. Now you done quit the job. Now you're going somewhere else. They want to ask you about the reference for the last job. You can't put them down. And if you do put them down, you done walked off. Now who else want to give you a chance? Now it's going to be hard for you to get back in there. Now you arguing with your dude. You see your dude struggling. You know y'all struggling. You know y'all in debt. You mad because he done bought this box of chocolate, and you see somebody else that's out there slanging and banging and gang banging and doing whatever. And you comparing your situation to her situation, to their situation. That's what I mean by the comparison crisis. Let's grow up, people. Let's use our mind. God gave us a mind. The Creator gave us a mind. You have in mind, if you hear the words that's coming out of my mouth and you understand them. Yeah, I understand. I mangle some words from time to time. But for the most part, you're going to get my drift. You're going to get what I'm saying, right? So if you understand this, let's be complicated and sophisticated in our thinking. Let's just stop jumping to conclusions. Let's not be willing to jump on that victim train off the gate. Sometimes you are going to be discriminated against. Sometimes people are, playing favorites. Let's make sure that that's the case. Do your homework, get the facts. Then when you can come back with the data and you can say, well, look, hey, I'm the only person. Hey, it's 30 other people here, and those 30 other people, they all making 37. I'm the only one making 32. Why? Hey, this and that. Do your homework. Same situation. Somebody else is doing more or buying more. Maybe they're in a better situation. Maybe he just could buy more because he's in a better situation. Maybe he's a surgeon. Maybe he got a successful business and your dude's struggling right now. That's the goal. Say, you know what? It's not about their situation. You know what? I got somebody that love me. I always talk about the time when I was down in Arizona when I seen this young couple. They was young. They was sleeping, laying on the dirt in the hot sun under the shade. And they had each other. And I say, you know what? They got nothing, yet they got everything. Because each one of them, they both knew, hey, she don't want me because of my fancy car. He don't want me because, I'm getting this fat income tax or whatever. They want each other. They want each other's companion. But if you really got somebody and y'all genuine about each other and y'all genuine about working together, teaming together, building together, y'all win as a unit. But you got to be willing to not fall into this comparison crisis. Stop comparing your life to everybody else's. Ask yourself, is my life better this year than it was last year? Is my health better this week than it was last week? How am I going to be a bit better tomorrow? Compare yourself to you. Compare your situation to your situation. Hey, we struggling right now. How can we get better? How can I increase my income? How can I double my income? Hey, I'm a little too heavy right now. I'm worried about my health. How can I slim down? How can I reduce my blood pressure? How can I reduce my blood sugar? Hey, we're going through this crisis. We're going through this change in life. I'm soon to be empty nester. What am I going to do? What's the next chapter in my life? My kids are moving off, going to the army, going to the services, marrying off, moving off, whatever the case. Look at your life. Examine it. Sophisticatedly examine your life closely, meticulously. Look at it. And don't just compare it to somebody else. Ask yourself, how can I become better? How can I become happier? What can I do to change my life? What can I do to change my lot? And appreciate where you are. A lot of times, expectation and comparing your life to other people, that will make you resent what you got. That will make you overlook what you have right now. So that young woman that was making more money than she had ever made, she was totally content. Start being discontent because she started comparing her income to somebody else's income. Hey, it's okay to compare if we're going to learn, if we're going to use that to emulate and educate and raise our lot. Oh, okay, she did this. She got this certification. She got that certification. It's okay to angle up. That's all right. But don't just get artificially discontent. Don't get deeply discontent because you're looking at just a very small clip. Look at the whole picture. All right, that's my time for the day. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have, please consider subscribing, share, and leave a comment. Let me know if there's some other topics that you'd like to touch on. Thank you for tuning in. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.